We got IDs. Based on the ID, we are setting and getting it. Component dot find ID dot set v dot value. Component dot find ID, okay, get v dot value. Then we are given button icon, button menu, drop down menu. Then we have taken invoking an Apex class, component dot get action, component dot get method, then $a dot enqueue action. Then using SObject. If you want to use SObject, default value, we have to give SObject type equal to account or SObject type equal to whatever the object. Displaying a list of attributes array. Either you can go with the iteration. If it is a list of record, we can go with the data table. Then events we have seen, component level events, application level events. Then LDS, like the way you use standard controller in the VF page. The similar way we have Lightning Data Services, where we can perform, save, okay, create, update, creating a new record, saving the record or deleting the record. These services. Then this is what we have seen in the last session. I hope every topic is clear. People can write the programs on it. Okay. So on the request of the students, I'll just revise these topics one more time for a quick process. Right. The reason why we are opening the documentation is we are not typing the notes much. So that you should know from where I am finding out this three. Okay. Now, what was this? $a dot, $a dot, get, $a dot get, e dot, action dot, this is the syntax. So we are going with show toast. We have show toast. Now how do you create a show toast? This is to print a pop-up message within the page. It's not a message on the page. If you want to go for a show toast, we have e dot force show toast. Now, how do you generate this? Show toast. If you want to create, how do you create this? Where event equal to $a dot get e dot force where event force is a namespace, show toast, name of the event. Then if you want to print a, set the parameters. Setting the parameters for the, if you want to set the parameters, how do you set it? evt dot set params. It should be in the key value form. evt dot set params. This is how we are going to get. Right, boss? Key value pair. That's what the show toast message is all about. Okay, is all about. Event title message. Title message. Once you create the event, it has to be fired. So how do you fire? evt dot. This is the basic message. But the point here is, this is visible or applied only on Lightning experiment. Lightning experiment. This is the first concept you have seen about. Is that was clear for everyone? Right? Then how did you implement this? Lightning record page. This is how we create. Then I told label equal to this is what I give. Go to the controller. Then I was supposed to give var evt equal to $a dot get equal post. Evt dot set params then evt dot. Now what is the message you want to give? This is what we create. I hope you are good with this. Right? Now the point here is I cannot use this in the application and generate this message because the lightning experience. What you are supposed to do? Go to any one of the objects. Go to the edit page. Adding that component on the edit page of on the record home page of contact on the record home page of a contact. Scroll down, close to demo. Take this component, add it to the right. Go back here. Then I had a message here. What was this? Set params. What was the set params issue here? Go back and see.
So,
Yeah.
sir, line 3, E colon, I think.
E dot. You're right. It's E dot. Go back here. Reload. Submit. Refresh it first. has got show toast memo. Right? This is the message what we receive. I hope you're good with this. This is the message. So what was the error I made? E dot, instead of E dot, I gave E colon. So this is the first topic what we covered, which is called toast message. I hope you're good with this. The second one I have covered is creating the dynamic component. How to create a dynamic component. When I say dynamic component creation, we're going to say create component. It has got three parameters: param 1, param 2, create component. If I want to generate a component dynamically, if I want to create a component, if I want to add a component to another component programmatically, if I want to add one component to another component programmatically, then we use create component. If you want to add one component to another component programmatically, we are not manually adding it programmatically. If you want to add, then we call it as dynamic component creation. If you want one component to be added to another component programmatically, we call it as dynamic component creation. How it is possible? Create component. In the create component, we have three parameters. Parameter 1, component name. This can be a standard component, or this can be a custom component. Like I got SQL a component, or I can give button or lighting text. Anything you can mention as per your choice. Okay. Then param 2. What is param 2? Attributes of the component. Form of now generally if I create a component, lighting input, label, your ID, like this. So here, what are the attributes we have? Label, your ID. This is how we give. So when you are creating the component programmatically, how do you pass these attributes? You pass them label, this is how we pass it. So second one is what? List of attributes for the component which you are creating. Suppose if the attribute is attribution action, you got on change, on focus, on row select. Then I was supposed to give then function from JavaScript is referred component dot get reference of C dot Here I'm going to give on a click. Get reference of C dot. This is how we are passing. I hope you are good with this. Second parameter is passing the attributes. Third parameter. When is your parameter? Callback action. So once a component is created, what do you want to do? Callback action. This will specify what action should be performed. After creation of component. Syntax. What is the syntax? Function. Three parameters. In this, component that is created in the above it will refer to component that is created in the above two step. You may give the name of the component and the parameters. So whatever the event that was created on the top, that we are referring to. Status. It will specify status of the event. Three. It will specify status message. In case if the component creation failed, specify the reason. I hope you are good with this. What we have got here? Create component param 1, param 2, param 3. This is how we have created. Then, so let me give syntax type. Component dot create component. Component dot create component. Lightning button. Parameter 1. One click. Component dot this is how we click. The third one, action. Function. then component status. Bring here if status success. Status is success. What I want to do? Get the body, where body equal to component dot get v dot body. Body dot push. So what we are doing? We are adding the component what we create. Whatever the component we create, that we are adding to body. Again, setting the body back. Component dot set. Else, it is not a success. Else, I want to print a error message. What was that? Title, component creation. Component create. Okay. Why it was failed? Because of this reason it failed. I hope you are good with this. Now you got the logic. What I have done, right? What is the component? What are the attributes? And what is the callback action? This is to, in case this, okay, toast message will work in case if I am going with a component reference. Okay, on the detail page or somewhere if I am adding the, okay, this component, I can use the show test. Okay, I can use show toast. I hope this is clear. Component creation is clear for everyone. Is that was clear? Okay. Then let me show a quick example to demonstrate the same. So we have then go back to the controller. In the controller we had what we have done here. Editing button. Second one. Submit. Got here. Print dot. Then callback action. This is what I told. Then get the body of the component. Component dot body dot push new component what I created. Then set the component back. Component dot set. Right. Now you want to know this is what I created. I hope people are good with this example. Everyone is comfortable with this? Clear?
No,
Yes, Amma.
Satish.
Yeah.
In line third, dollar $a dot.
Mhm. Yeah. Right. So now this is what? Again, this is a application level, asynchronous operation. This is what we have done. Then what we have done, boss? Once you're done with this, what was that? Now
No component.
$a dot create component. Okay. Now go back to this, add this component in the application, use it. Writing application. Now you're taken. This is what I create. Go to the preview. So we go to the submit. So when you click on the submit, we made a function called. You made a function called call. So I have to give because I'm not adding on the any record page. I'm going with alert. Otherwise, I can go with post message. This is how we are adding the component. Right, action. I hope you are good with this. This is the second topic what we covered in the last class. One is a post message, other one is a dynamic component. Then we have the third point. We want to display the record. When you want to display the record view form, record edit form. Here we are supposed to give ID of the record and object API name. If we give ID of the record and object API name, it will open the record in the detail page in the view form. It will open the record in the view form. But which fields you want to display? You have to mention it. Okay. Now look at the next one. So what we had here? Lightning record view form. What is the purpose of Lightning record view form? We want to open a particular record and display it in the displayed in the view form. View form in the sense output field. View form in the sense output field. So if we have any particular record you want to display it, then we are going for record view form. I hope these two topics are clear, right? People are comfortable in this. record view form, record ID. Then I need to go with object. Record view form. Which record you want to display? Object API. Then within this you want to go with writing. What is the field you want to go with? Output field name. Name of the output field what we have. So field name. What is the field name we had? Just so this is how I have given. So go back to any one of the record. Choose any one of the record. I was supposed to pass this ID dynamically, but I am passing it manually. Then I am giving a writing application. This is how we are getting the record. Record in the form of view. This is a record view form. The same record, if I want to go for edit form, same concept. Then instead of view form, edit form. Record will be visible to me in the form of edit. So instead of input field, output field I am giving input field. There is no difference here. Only the point is instead of view I am taking edit. Because it is edit, I was supposed to go with the input. This is what I did. I hope you are good with this. Okay. Previously we had a concept of record view form, record edit form. But now we had an enhancer component which is called record form. Using this component, we can open a particular record in the view, read only or edit form. So previously we used to take a separate for record edit form, separately for record view form. But now we had a single component which can achieve both the things. What is that single component? Record form. Lightning record form. Using the lightning record form, we'll be able to achieve both the things. But here we have record ID, object name, layout type, full, compact, mode, view, edit, read only, or else fields, and number of columns that you want to display. So let us go with the next one, which is a record form. Record form. Here, what you are doing? Lightning record form, record ID. Now, what is the advantage in the view form or edit form? We are writing output field, input field. We are mentioning the field names. In the record edit, I am writing input field, field name, input field, field name. Record view form, output field, field name. But that can be escaped here. How it can be escaped? Object record ID, object API name. Then they have mode, edit, layout type. When I say full, automatically all the fields in the page layout will be taken. All the fields on the page layout will be taken. Now it is giving it is reducing the code. Previously, whatever the fields I want to display, I gave input field 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But whereas in this case, I was not mentioning, straight away I gave layout type equal to full. This is the advantage what we have here. At the same time, now I told layout full, so I'm not mentioning this. Basically, if you want to create the same with the record edit form, I have to mention all these fields. But we are able to escape this by taking this structure. I hope you're good. Same thing I was taking in a different step. Here I can give compact. When I say compact, instead of showing the entire page, entire fields, show me only list of fields which are visible on the compact layout. No, I don't want with the compact also. Then in that case, we can mention this is what I give. So here, instead of layout, I can give this is how I can give it. So if you want to specifically mention what all the fields you want, you can go with this. At the same time, we can also give the same in the view form. Then I told you the difference between view and read only. In the read only, I cannot enable edit in the feature. In the view, I can enable inline edit. There's a difference that you found. Now, when you go with the record view form, we are supposed to create input field or output field. Record view form, I was supposed to create output field for every field that I want to display. But when you go for the record form, it is a strong tool than record view. Just mention the layout or field names. Automatically, it creates the elements in the output format. When I say edit, it will create in the form of input format. We are not mentioning every field individually. We are not writing a code separately for output field and input field for every field. By default, based on the list of fields what we have created, the system is creating. That's why it is a more stronger tool than record view form, record edit form. I hope you got the story. Clear for everyone. This is what we are seeing. Now I hope everybody is good with these 5 concepts, right? Clear? The last one we had, overlay. What was this? If you want to generate any pop-up messages, if you want to generate any pop-up messages, if you want to generate any pop-up messages, I can just give this component here. Now, what was the story of this? If you want to create this, how this can be achieved? If you want to create this, how it can be achieved? Now we have basically, when you want to create, the few things we need to understand: header, body, show close button, CSS class, footer, close, callback. Now, what was that? Show custom model. This is the custom model, whatever. The custom model, what we are getting? Header, footer, body. These 3 are mandatory. Rest of the things is your choice. These 3 are mandatory. Rest of the things are your choice. CSS class. In case if you want to design your own width, height, background color, font, this type of thing, you can define CSS class. Then on the top, we'll be getting a close button. A pop-up window open. Now you want to close it. So if you want to close it, that button should be there. Now you are giving the permission to the user to close it by clicking in the top button. No, don't allow the button. In the top-up model, I will give one extra function like, okay, close button. Look at the point. This is a page. Here on the page, I am getting a pop-up model. You want to give a button here to close it? No, I don't want to give any button here. In the model only, I want to give some functionality. If I give like this, I'm not showing this. If I give like this, when I close, some client-side operation will run, close this window. Some client-side operation will run, close this window. No, I don't want to run any operation. I want to give some X button here. So if somebody click on it, directly the model should be closed. That's your requirement. Now, do you want to show that close button, or you want to create any action on the? You want to create any events or action on the model which will close it. So here, for that we have show close button. Then, if there is a close button, if somebody click on the close button, do you want to perform any action? I got an X mark. When I click on this, do you want some action to be performed? Then we call it as close. This is the story. Once again, I'll create. So, custom model. So, we are going with the show custom model. In this, what we have? Header, body, footer, then show close button, then any CSS class, then close callback action. I hope you are good with this. Header, body, footer, show close button, CSS close callback. This is what the model is. Now let us use this. This will generate a pop-up message. This will generate a pop-up message. This will generate a pop-up message. Where it is going to generate? How it is going to generate? Overlay library. We are supposed to use a component called overlay library. If I use this will create a pop-up model. So let us look at this example. Again, that will not be working for Lightning application. It will work for only Lightning experience. So I was supposed to create Lightning component. You can give anything of your choice. Ready. This is what I create. When I go to controller, run.find my box. So what is the function we had? What is the function we discussed? Show custom model. We are trying to create button here. This is the button. In this button, so then what we can give? Last one, what is that? Last one we can give? What do you want to do? You want to define any action? If you want to define any action, what was that? The number 4. One mistake that we have done is attributes. So floor bracket I have not given. The next mistake I have done is, now let us finish off this. Header, footer, body. Now what I was supposed to do? Go back here. Go to any particular record. Edit page. I added the component. What was that? Now there is a spelling mistake. Come again. There is a spelling mistake here. So go back. What is the button we had? A show. Show custom model is not a function. Now, the bug here is my box. Go back once again. Cross check. What is the bug that happened? Overlay action. This is a spelling mistake. Case sensitive. I have not followed. So, header, body. When you click on this button, you want to perform any action, you can define it. Close button. Okay. Right button. Are you clear about this? This is the overlay. Now, what I want, when I click on this, pop-up window is opening. In the pop-up window, I want the record to be displayed. When I click on this, pop-up window is opening. In the pop-up window, I want the record to be displayed. In the pop-up window, I want the record to be displayed. This is clear for everyone? Everyone has followed this? Everyone has followed this? Okay. Now what I want, then I'm giving record ready. Your record. This is a wiki. We are trying to create this component. Then whatever the component that is created here. This is clear. Creating a dynamic component. Creating a dynamic component. Creating a dynamic component. Now callback action is there. The callback action, what I'm doing? I'm adding here. The callback action, I'm creating a property. Previously, whatever the body you gave, that body is printed here. Now, instead of this body, my message, I am giving the only difference. Previous exam, same example, but here, instead of the body, I created a component. That component I am adding to the body. Is that was clear? Here I am giving a pop-up message. The same pop-up message where I am giving. Basically, this is a structure, right? Create a component. This component is created. Okay, then this is the callback action. In the callback action, I am printing a model message with that component. And here I have call me. Go back to this. What was that? Is a spelling mistake here. N is missing. This is how the record is coming. Is that was clear for everyone? This is what we have covered in the last session. Then we have tried to take one example of data table. There I tried of adding a view action to generate a pop-up message. So this is what basically we have done. So all these topics are clear now? Right. Am I clear with this? Okay. So we'll try to take some use cases in the next session with a combination of all this and make one small, a small flow, a small business functionality with a combination of Apex class, events, Lightning data services, and your model messages. So that I create one quick UI and business functionality with the combination that we'll be seeing in the next session. I hope whatever you have created now, is that was clear? Clear? Am I clear with this? So in this, whatever we have done till now, the major topics are overlay is one of the major topic, then record form, then dynamic components, and Lightning data services, data table. These are the major topics what we are seeing. Lightning data services, data table, dynamic components, LDS, record form. LDS and record form, overlay library. These are the important topics what we have covered as of. Next week we'll try to take a use case of combination of events and all this stuff, make some business functionality. I hope everybody is good now. Followed everyone? Is that was clear for everyone? So that's all from my end. See you all.